Checking out the WindHorse 14-inch foldable e-bike. Now this one actually offers full suspension, so it's not very often that you get both front and rear suspension on a 14-inch e-bike, so really interesting features on that. This one has a max speed of 22 miles an hour, and the max range on it is about 35 miles. It runs on a 36-volt battery system, and the hub motor is rated for a continuous output of 500 watts. Now we're calling this a folding bike, but realize on this model the frame doesn't fold in half. Instead, the handlebar assembly just folds down, and that's what makes it easier to load up into a car. And the whole bike, battery and all, weighs in just over 50 pounds. And honestly, with the integrated handle on the battery plus the fold-up pedals, it feels lighter and more compact than that. And that folding stem locks into position and feels really sturdy. You get a little bit of travel on that front shock absorber, and it's outfitted with street tires, so I definitely wouldn't call it an off-road bike, but it'll help you soak up some of the bumps you encounter around town. But to include that rear shock absorber really makes the WindHorse stand out. The rear basket is detachable, but that's a nice feature for some extra storage. There's mechanical disc brakes, both front and rear, and with such a light overall weight to the bike, it really brings you to a stop pretty quickly. Seat height range goes up to a maximum of 36 inches and drops down to 29 inches at the lowest position. And you'll secure that tool-free with a quick release clamp. So if you're a college student or just want to do some city riding, this would be a fun and easy bike to operate. One of the main advantages here is just how simple it is. Literally, you turn the key one position to turn it on, and then turn it a second click to light up the front headlight. There's a twist throttle on the right side, and that 500 watt motor is really responsive. There's a bell on the left side, but otherwise there's no PAS controller, there's no derailleur, no shifter, just a couple of brakes, just absolutely simple to operate. This is a really enjoyable bike to ride, even though it's on the smaller side. We found it comfortable to ride, so it'd be perfect for commuting to a city job where you don't want to buy and park a car and deal with all those hassles. Just use a little e-bike instead. Or if you're commuting to classes on a college campus, what could be better than a small WindHorse e-bike? And with the dual suspension, the WindHorse was equally at home on paved trails around town. And I think that's such a clever feature, how the pedals fold up so you can fit it into a car easier. Just push the pedals in to fold them, and when you're ready to ride, just flip them out. So features like that, plus the addition of the folding stem, really make it easier to get this in and out of a vehicle. This is a great bike to pedal along as you would with any bicycle or e-bike, but we also found it was just a blast to use as a throttle-only bike, almost more like a scooter, so don't feel guilty if you don't want to get a bunch of exercise on this. You can just have fun if you'd rather. So the WindHorse is a really fun e-bike. It's on the smaller side, and you know what? If you've been intimidated by jumping on a big 26-inch e-bike, or maybe your feet don't even touch the ground, this 14-inch foldable full suspension model from WindHorse would be a great choice.